this isn't going to be as short as most of them. I wanted to do something that a friend of mine also did, and I know she did it as a Instagram influencer, and I'm not necessarily going to put it up on Instagram, but I will say this much. I started CrossFit when I was 56 years old. I started CrossFit because my doctor told me that I had high cholesterol, and I think I was actually taking statins, and I didn't want to take them. I kept reading about them and how they were not great. And so I started looking around for a way to get off of them. And I'd done so many other kinds of exercise, and I mean, it works, but I didn't like it, and it's a long story. I'm not good at sticking with things. It's just me. But I found CrossFit. A friend of mine was going, a couple friends of mine were going, and they said, "Oh, we're going to start going to this CrossFit gym. Do you want to come with us?" And I was like, CrossFit, I can't do CrossFit. That's so hard. So they talked me into it, and I went, and it was hard. I don't want to deny that it was hard. It was very difficult. It was nothing that I'd really done before. There were a lot of things that reminded me of gym class in elementary school that was not a great memory for me. I'm not athletic. I'm not overly coordinated. I'm not very graceful. So all of those things added up to this scared me. But I went, and the coach was kind. And like, I would show up when my friends didn't show up. They had families, so 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning was not easy for them, but it was not bad for me. And so I would go and continued to go. And even if I was the only one that showed up for class, the coach would help me and show me how to do things. And I kept going. And I would actually, when my friends were there, we'd do the Metcon for the day, and I would wind up being the last one finishing because I'm slow and old and creaky and not very athletic. But the 6 o'clock class that was coming in, they'd stand there and they would cheer for me, and they'd be like, "Come on, you can do it, you're almost there, come on, keep going." And I just thought that was amazing. So I kept going until November, this is 2019, when he suddenly announced, "I'm sorry, I can't keep doing this. It's more expensive than I can afford, and my people are coming. They are joining the gym, so we aren't getting more members, and I have to stop." So he closed the gym, and there I was left without a CrossFit gym after 8 months. And I loved it. I wanted to keep going, but every other place didn't have a class that let me start as early as I wanted to, which was 5 o'clock. So I decided to get myself a barbell and some stuff from my home and work out at home. And I found some resources that had programming, and I kind of fudged it, made up my own programming, and I did that for a few months. And I would find things that I did not understand, and I'd be like, "I don't know what this means." So I would Google them and come up with YouTube videos, and I found this place called WOD Prep. That's this back there, WOD Prep. And Ben's videos explained everything extremely well, and he talked about all the things I wanted to learn how to do, that I still haven't learned how to do, but that's neither here nor there. And they offered a program for masters athletes, masters being those who were 35 and over, which I was significantly over. Here I am, 56 years old, just starting this sport and trying to figure out what it meant. And so I just kept doing that for a very long time, and following WOD Prep Masters programming. And that turned into a bunch of friendships, learning what the CrossFit methodology was, and a continued love for CrossFit. I then started one-on-one coaching through WOD Prep and had, for probably the most wonderful parts of my CrossFit career, so to speak, wonderful coach. Started with Coach Colette, and she left the company, but Coach Savannah took over for her, and Savannah she took me beyond anything that I could do on my own ever, and really, really helped me learn to be persistent. And it turned out to be one of the best things for me. I can't do it now, the one-on-one coaching, but I still have the opportunity to follow the WOD Prep programming, and it's amazing. It gives me everything that I need, and here I am, 61 years old, I'm still doing CrossFit, I'm still following WOD Prep's programming, and it's pretty darn good. So that's my CrossFit story.